Thursday, January 7th. There is your closing bell, guys. With the S&Ps up over 55 points, this market is showing no signs of slowing down. We saw technology rebound and rebound hard today, while the VIX retreated lower. Let's dive right in, break this market down, and then go over the top stocks of the day. After getting whacked at yesterday's close, we spent most of the night trying to trend higher. We saw a range of about 30 points, and it wasn't until the bell we just erupted up. Now, if you ask me, this market is showing no signs of slowing down. We're seeing heavy rotation go into sectors that got beat up last year. Now, let's move on over to the SPX. Now, coming into this week, we expected 93 points of expected move. We hit the lower edge on Monday, bounced off of that, and we trended higher as the week unfolded. We hit the midline yesterday, and we peeled off that today. Now, if we can continue going higher, look for 38.48 to place some role of resistance in tomorrow's trade, at least for this week. Let's move on over to the NASDAQ and see how it did today. And we take a look at the NASDAQ, and it just ripped right out the gates and was our leading index on the day, up nearly 2.5%. Now, is tech slowing down? I don't know. From the looks at it, it's mean, and it's knocking on the door at making an all-time high. When we compare it to the Big Five, we see that the Big Five today was up 1.5%. Now, when we compare that to the NASDAQ, it lagged it a bit. However, it's boosting our S&Ps. With the S&P up over 55 points, we're seeing a boost from big names like Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, Google, Facebook, and even Tesla, up almost 8% on the day, which we'll come back to this later. But let's check out our small caps and see how they did today. And we take a look at the Russell, and it made a new all-time high, up 1.75% today. The Russell is showing no signs of slowing down. When we look at some of the sectors inside it, we had software again lead the way to the upside, with technology right behind it. What got crushed today? Well, the utilities were down over 1.3%, and it's a sector I would stay away from. There's better options out there. For instance, look at the XLE, putting in a nice cup here, up almost 1.5% on the day, and it was a sector that was down over 30% last year. So look for this sector to make up a lot of ground from last year. What else did well today? Well, the financials were up close to 1.5%. However, they gave it back as the day unfolded. Looking at the financials is going to be a key for tomorrow's trade. Can they stay green or just hold their position above 30? So with green across my screen, let's check out the advanced decline line and see how it's looking. And we take a look at our AD line, and we're seeing 75 advancing and 25 declining. This is in the S&P 100. Now, we're feeling some weight from the utilities bringing us down. However, look at these sectors. They're up, and they're up really strong. Software, technology, consumer discretionary, which made a new all-time high today. Energy, financials, they're not slowing down. We're seeing rotation, and we're not seeing pullback. So if you ask me, this market can just continue to climb higher until we have some sort of catalyst to take us down. So with financials up again and all of our indexes green, how did the bonds hold up? And we can see that the bonds dipped lower again today. You would think something's got to give, and this is putting the Federal Reserve in a very sticky spot if this trend continues down. What it do to our TNX? Well, the TNX is just breaking higher. This is something to keep your eyes on. Maybe about 1.5% is going to flash a lot of red flags for this marketplace. The question becomes, how fast do we get there? I would like to see a little pullback here before going higher, but you just never know. Equities don't seem like they want to slow down. Let's cruise on over to the VIX and see how it traded today. And we see that the VIX futures were down over 8%. When we take a closer look at it, it's selling off right at the close again. How did our VVIX do? Well, there you have it. The VVIX breaking that 110 line. Bigger picture here, this VVIX is at the 110 line, and we could be making our way to 100 sooner than later. Now let's take a look at our dollar and look at some of our commodities. And today the dollar index getting a nice little pop, up 0.3%. However, it's still underneath the 90 handle here. What was up? Well, crude oil was up again today, up 0.65%, almost at $51 a barrel, and gold was up. Gold up 0.32 at $19.15. So the metals were up with the dollar, meaning they're not buying the dollar rally. Even silver was up over 1%, and silver is looking very poised here. Slowing down a bit, but I expect silver to get all-time highs here very soon, potentially in the month of January. And last but not least, we have Bitcoin, and Bitcoin closing right at 40K. We hit 41K in the futures. 41.1K in my charts on a lot of exchanges are showing a big pivot point. Take a look at Bitcoin on a closer look, hitting 41 and dumping over 3,500 points. However, it's trending higher. Bitcoin is resilient, and you can throw just about every technical analysis tool you have on this because it just defies it and just climbs higher. There you have it for the stock market breakdown. Now going into tomorrow, we have a December's unemployment number. Look for that number as well as our non-farm payrolls for the month of December. These are two data points that could give the market a little hiccup. However, I don't see it taking us down as much as someone would expect. We're just going to keep climbing higher, and with Biden and the full control with the Dems, it's very easy for them to pass more stimulus. They're already talking about a $2,000 check going out. More money printing is just going to drive things higher, assets and stocks. But let's move on over and take a look at our top stocks on the day. We hit scan, and here is our list of 18. Coming in at the number 3 stock of the day goes to Tesla Inc. Today, Tesla was up almost 8% with the market cap of $773 billion. Tesla is showing no signs of slowing down. This is truly remarkable because if you look back in August, Tesla did a 5-for-1 split. If they didn't do this split, we're looking at north of $4,000 a share here, guys. That's absolutely insane if you ask me. Now, if you don't know what Tesla does, they design, develop, manufacture, and sell electronic vehicles, and they design, manufacture, and sell solar energy generation and energy storage products. You see the cars driving around on your streets. Tesla is a hot vehicle, and it's not slowing down. Elon Musk just became the richest person, passing Bezos in the world. Now, why is Tesla seeing bids today and climbing higher? Well, it's going to continue doing well. Under Biden, it favors a lot of electronic vehicle plays, so expect the renewable energy trade to continue to trend higher. Now, when we throw Tesla on an expected move, we were expecting this week about $45.64. A 2 standard deviation move puts us at around 796, call it 797, around 800 number, and we're about 17 points higher than that, 16 points higher than that. So if we do cool off, look for that round 800, which is a 2 sigma move, to play some sort of support. Tesla is a beast, and it doesn't seem like it's going down anytime soon. Just take a look at this accumulation distribution. 642 is absolutely insane. There's a lot of people piling into this trade, and I don't see it slowing down. Coming in at the number 2 stock of the day goes to Roku Inc. Today, Roku was up over 10% with the market cap of $48 billion. Roku is on fire, making a new all-time high today. Now, on a year-to-date, Roku is up 19%, but we only have 4 trading sessions. Now, what does Roku do, you might be wondering? Roku manufactures a variety of digital media players for video streaming. It also has advertisement business and licenses its hardware and software to other companies. Now, why is Roku up today, seeing up 10%? Well, it did get a price target raise of $400, and it was the winner of the so-called streaming wars in America. So it's a lot of momentum, a lot of volume coming into it today. We're seeing a sizzle about a 2.86, so 2.86 times more than usual in the options market. Now, when we take a look at it on an expected move, Roku this week was expecting 1921. The upper edge was 351, which is where we opened this morning, and we just erupted off of that. A 2 sigma move will put us around 370, which were $9 higher. So if Roku wants to pull back and test the support level, look for around that 370 level to play a nice roll of support for a potential bounce. This is a stock that can continue to just climb higher as this market is just relentless at the moment. Coming in at the number 1 stock of the day goes to Plug Power Inc. Today, Plug Power is up 35% with the market cap of $19.6 billion. This stock was hot last year, and it's continuing to stay hot in 2021. Now, what does Plug Power do? For those of you who don't know, it primarily provides hydrogen fuel cell systems that use hydrogen to produce electricity without combustion. Now, why are we up today? Well, it did get a price target raise of $48, and it did receive an investment from a South Korean firm SK Group of $1.5 billion. So that's a big boost. You can see the volume coming in on it. Huge amount of volume today. When we throw it on an expected move, we came into this week expecting $2.81, and obviously we just erupted it. We hit the upper edge yesterday and got rejected. However, today, with that positive news, it just erupted, and a 4 sigma move puts us at around 45.15, a 3 sigma 42.34. However, when we look at the sizzle on this thing, 4.5, the accumulation 483, and the volume ratio, these are all very bullish signs, and this is a stock that can continue to climb. Maybe we come back and test that 4 sigma move at around $45 before going higher. But Plug is a stock that can keep on chugging along, especially under Biden's term. There you have it for the top stocks on the day. Did you get a chance to watch any of these tickers? If not, what are some tickers you looking at going into Friday? And if you watched this far, guys, I really appreciate it when you hit the thumbs up button. It means so much to me when you guys show some support. And if you're watching this for the very first time, I do these every single day, and about 70% of my watchers are not subscribed. So it would mean the world to me if you guys can hit the subscribe button. But other than that, have any questions, comments, feedback, leave a comment down below and I'll get back to you. But on that note, I will see you in Friday's breakdown. Have a great night. Take care. Peace.